Hmm?
You know I love that style where you got days. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you're whining your pop waist. Don't tease till it making me on right. So smooth when you move to the groove in the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love that style where you got days. So won't you back it up on me? Right. This a girl a wine in a time. I move around like she don't have no spine. The next thing, don't she find? She have the rest of them a wait in a line. Oh gosh, champagne a pop and we so fast. Weed in a spliff, no allow that. Girl, back it up, make me hold that. This girl's on a level right now. I match to the bass and the trouble right now. Wine for the real, let my crown. Bedroom pulling up and I back down. Fast, fast, slow, slow. Anywhere you want, baby girl, go. Bounce up and down like a pro, go. Girl, you want it, they know, yo. Rip on the scene. Heavy movement, you and your team, yeah. Them can't intervene, right? You know I love that style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you're whining your pop waist. Don't tease till it's making me alright. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me, yeah. I love that style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me?
Back it up on me, telling me that you want me, baby girl, if you loving tonight.
Right.
Baby, I'm your town. Know that it's going down. You know that I'm only here for one night. You know what he won't do, really won't do. You know why I probably put that thing upon you. Right. Looking at you, looking like you really want to. There's nothing on this earth, baby girl, I won't do. Girl, cause we turning up. Shots on deck, cause we burning up. Take it back to the telly, throw it up. Take it back to the telly, throw it up, girl. Throw it up. Oh, yeah. Looking at your friends like you don't care. Girl, cause the Grey Goose is in here. Oh.
The next mayor of Brooklyn Park must be a person who has experience in managing large government programs, someone who has experience in working with diverse groups of people, someone with proven leadership abilities. Winfred Russell stands above the rest and is uniquely qualified to serve as Brooklyn Park's next mayor. Russell is a global health professional and a public policy expert who has managed complex multi-million-dollar government-funded programs. Russell's academic training, his work experience, and his life's journey have prepared him to be a great mayor. Russell is endorsed by the current mayor, Lisa Jacobson, the immediate past mayor, now Hennepin County Commissioner, Jeff Lundy. Russell is also endorsed by the Brooklyn Park Professional Firefighters Association Local 5031. Now, more than ever, Brooklyn Park needs an effective public safety strategy, youth development programs, small business development programs, and the creation of opportunities for all. Vote now at Brooklyn Park City Hall from Monday to Friday, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. or on Election Day, Tuesday, August 9th. For experience you can trust. Vote Russell for mayor.
This is Winfred Russell, and I approve this message.
Global Impact Ministries International USA invites you to its 7th year anniversary celebration, and the theme is Kingdom Building. The guest speakers will be Apostle Dio Brown, Bishop Walter L. Jones, Bishop D. Lamar Weish, and Bishop Bobby Scales. The revival will be August 8th through 12th at 7 p.m. The Thanksgiving service will be August 14th at 2:30 to 6 p.m. at 801 McDade Boulevard, Collingdale, PA. The anniversary dinner will be August 13th at the Clarion Hotel, Philadelphia International Airport. Please join us during this divine time and be blessed. For more info, 594-9103.
Another banger, baby, calm down.
Pinter One of Delaware. Yes, it's Pinter One of Delaware, the name that counts when you talk quality painting works. For more than 2 decades, Pinter One has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality painting services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that look they deserve by choosing Pinter One of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302-508-3034. Again, 302-508-3034. Or visit our website at pinter1.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@pinter1.com or holly@pinter1.com. Schedule a free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code Costa. Pinter One of Delaware. Renew your space, renew your life.
She dey give me small, I know.
Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency is the name that counts when you talk quality and affordable insurance services. Located in central New Jersey, Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency provides homeowner insurance, commercial and business insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, and a lot more. We partner with over 20 top-rated companies to ensure we provide affordable pricing and quality services to our clients. Not only that, we also offer free financial planning consultation, and we are licensed in 20 states across the USA. At Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, our staff are well trained to handle all your insurance needs. Visit our website on www.pmassinsurance.com or call us on phone number 609-571-3037. That's 609-571-3037. Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, your low-cost insurance partner.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231-775-987-758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Sorry, there was something playing in the background.
Okay. Yep. Good morning, folks. Welcome to the program. We're very glad to be here. Today is the 4th day of August 2022. The time in Monrovia is 10:31 a.m. The time in Delaware on the east coast of the United States of America is 6:31. I'm Henry Pedro Costa. Boakai Amara Kamara is my able co-host in the studio in Monrovia, Liberia. And my palm is itching, Boakai. Is whenever my palm itches, I'm getting money. And when I say money, when I say money, they're not small money. Or I tell you, when I say money, they're not 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
That Joya kind of money.
I know, I beg you, and I reach your level. Joel, president, he can get president money. I just least better. All right, folks. So today is a beautiful day, and we're glad to be here. And we thank you all for joining us, for being on as usual, to watch us, to listen to what we have to say. Any development, Bogai, from the court or from the police headquarters? By now, those Bogas should have been charged and forwarded to court. Where are we?
Up to now, there haven't been any charge or charges leveled against them. They are still in police custody at Central Police Station. And that's just...
Let me hold you, Bogai. Do you know that for a fact that they are in police custody, or you're just assuming?
I'm just assuming.
Okay.
And it's against their rights. But now they should have been charged.
Oh no, the law says 48 hours.
Okay. Oh, okay.
48 hours. The police may hold you for 48 hours in detention, pending charge. Because when 48 hours elapse, and then you must have charged the person and forwarded them the code. Yeah. So no, the police have not violated their rights yet. 48 hours. Okay. Yeah. But we need to find out. So we need to check with our police sources to find out what the situation is, you know. Our police sources, if you are listening, get in touch. Give us update. Are we on radio? Confirm and let me know.
Yep. We are on D1598.
That confirmation seems very weak. You want to check again and be definitively sure? Okay. Yeah, so we need to find out whether they are in police custody or not. We need to find that out. It's very important. Very, 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 very important. So, as we told you all, well, before I go there, let's just talk to you about Mr. Musa Bility. About a month and a half ago, we broke word that Mr. Bility was considering running for representative somewhere in Nimba, Saklipi.
Yeah.
I can now say to you definitively that Mr. Bility has declared his intention to run for representative. Mr. Bility had earlier said he wanted to be running mate to Alice Cummings. But now, Mr. Bility, he has watered down his ambition. He is running for representative instead. People tell me he intends to run for speaker if and when he wins as representative. Speaker of the House. It would be a tall order because the way they do the election in the House for speaker is that you must be a member of the previous House of Legislature. Okay, this is the 54th. So to become speaker in the 55th legislature, in the 55th House of Representatives, you would have to have been a member of the 54th. That is a rule they have there, Boakai. It's a tradition. So basically, no newcomers can become speaker. That's the rule. So, but Mr. Bility thinks that money can do everything. That's what he thinks. He thinks that in his whole life, you can use money to get whatever you want. And to a large extent, Mr. Bility has been very successful. You know, he thinks that he can get whatever he wants. And you got to give it to Musa Bility. Musa Bility is a crook. He's a certified, experienced crook. He knows how to work the system. He is not afraid of trouble. He's not afraid to be in trouble. And Musa Bility had an interview with the Daily Observer, an exclusive interview. And I'm going to read for you verbatim some of the things he said, which I just find rather disgusting and nauseating. These are Mr. Bility's words. Look at what is happening in the legislature. These are his words in a Daily Observer interview. Look at what is happening in the legislature. Look at how embarrassing that is. Look at the country, unquote, Bility told the Daily Observer in an exclusive interview recently. And this is why I am running. Are you kidding? Well, okay, let me just read what Bility said. Quote, these are Bility's words, not mine. I'm not paraphrasing. I'm giving them to you as words spoken by the man himself. Quote, look at what is happening in the legislature. Look at how embarrassing that is. Look at the country, unquote. Bility told the Daily Observer in an exclusive interview recently. And this is why I'm running. So Bility is saying that the corruption that we see in the legislature, that the lack of patriotism and principles and values that we see in the legislature, that is something he's going there to change.
So what a criminal like Bility, what can he change when he's out of
he will do worse.
He's not in the national legislature yet. There is corruption cases all hanging on him. He can pass from here, there he can move from.
He owes millions of dollars.
He owes millions of dollars.
He owes millions of dollars to his partners. He owes millions of dollars to foreigners. But he is saying he's going to the legislature to change it. Hey God, Father God, when will you send us the right leader to be president so that this corruption in Liberia can be swiftly fought fiercely, and corrupt individuals will have no space in our country to continue to bamboozle our people and think that they can become whatever they want to become. A Musa Bility is saying that the reason he's running for representative is to go and change what is happening in the legislature. Hey God.
Yeah, Costa Musa is right, because Josh Weah is supporting him financially, making him to be who he is today. That's why he's speaking all of these things, backed by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So Musa get it right to go and contest in Nima County, probably the Nimbanian, if they sit there and allow themselves to be used by such a man, such a character that is already damaged internationally, locally. That's a business. So a level in Nimbanian, they have to stand up to their right now to make sure that
look at what he said further. He said wise men who refuse to participate in government will have to accept the rulership of the unwise men. Bility is saying that if a wise man as himself refuses to run to participate in government, the unwise people would be the ones that would govern the wise. Bility is talking about wise and unwise. Is calling himself a wise man. What wisdom does Bility have? Wisdom to crook everyone,
to steal from everybody,
his business partners. Wisdom to people who brought $80 million and invested in a tank farm to dupe them out of it. Is that the wisdom Bility has? That he's talking about, he has something to bring to government? He says further There is no check and balance in our system. Those before us have made it difficult. They have disappointed us. But all I can say is that I will never be like those before us. They have let us down. Bility is talking about somebody letting him down. That he, Musa Bility, will bring change. God has mercy. God got patience, Bwaka. God has patience. I'm telling you. Then the article goes further. The article says, however, Bility's critics have accused him of being unfit to represent the district, citing allegations of financial impropriety against him, particularly the 10-year ban imposed by FIFA in the 2019 for misappropriation of their funds, granted under the global body's 11 against Ebola campaign and a part of his financial assistance program to Liberia when he served as president of the Liberia the Liberia Football Association. Also, in 2013, Mr. Bility stole funds from the Roberts International Airport when he was chairman of the Liberia Airport Authority, which led to his indictment by the government. Bility was taken to court. The case died. Ellen Johnson selling Mango, the case, it died. Bility was criminally prosecuted for participating in corruption at the airport with Ellen Cochran. Ellen Cochran fled the country. Bility made sure the case died. Especially after Ellen Cochran left, the case died. This is a man that is talking about bringing change, Bwaka. A Musa Bility is talking about bringing change. Oh, yes. My man, it is sad. But God there.
Very sad. Yeah, but we left, like I said, Costa, you and I will talk today, others will talk, but it's left with the Nimbanian. If they think a character that is already damaged, that can be represented anywhere.
Character, yeah.
Yeah. That can be represented anywhere, that can make a representation of them anywhere, will be allowed to become represented in the country, then that's...
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Bility is a very public figure. We know most of his public activities. When was the last time Musa Bility traveled out of the country, even to Ghana? Have you thought about it? Have you thought about that? That Bility doesn't even travel out of the country. He hasn't traveled in
internet
a very long time. Well, guys must be having issues with his internet. But
because the internet is bad, I'm not getting you.
Yep. Bility doesn't travel out of the country.
The internet.
Folks, yesterday, well, the day before yesterday, I believe, was it the day before yesterday or yesterday? Dr. Toga McIntosh endorsed Alex Cummins. And some of you may be wondering who Toga McIntosh is, because he's not a he's fairly known. He served as Minister of Education, Minister of Foreign Affairs before under Ellen Johnson's leave. But he's not a popular person in that sense beyond certain circles. Toga Gawie McIntosh has endorsed Alex Cummins for president. Toga McIntosh was a member of the CDC. He was a member of the governing council. He had joined Alex Tyler's party, and he was a member of the CDC. I believe one time he was a chairman on the governing council. Bwaka, can you hear me now?
No, yeah, okay? I'm getting you. Yeah.
Good. The question I had asked you was, when last did Bility travel out of the country, even to Guinea or to Ghana? Do you recall?
Nope. I can't recall.
Have you thought about it? Bility doesn't travel. Not that anybody's stopping him from traveling.
They only playing in travel at Nima County, always.
Thank you. That's the only place we know Bility travels, yeah. But for a businessman like Bility, does it not look strange to you that he doesn't leave the country at all?
So he doesn't have business partner in other countries? That's the question again, because it's very strange that you
Bility doesn't travel. Bility stopped traveling for a long time. Do you know why? Okay. Do you suspect why Bility has stopped traveling out of the country?
No.
Because Bility is afraid that while his friends in government in Liberia may be able to protect him from Interpol, he has no friends in Ghana to protect him or in Guinea to protect him. That's why Bility doesn't travel, Bogart. Bility hasn't left the country in a long time. Bility is afraid to travel. Tell Bility to go to Ghana right now. Bility has not left Liberia for a good period of time because he's afraid, because he knows that his friends will not be there to protect him. This government protects Bility. That is why Bility, where is the 4 million Bility owes? Bility is talking about going to the legislature to bring change. He owes he stole $4 million from the country. But was it you who broke the news that Bility stole $4 million from the government of Liberia through the road front? Was it you or was it me?
No, the government.
Thank you. Thank you, Bugger. That's the point I'm trying to make. You didn't say it. I didn't say it. It was the government of Liberia that broke the story that Bility stole $4 million from the road front. It was the government that broke the story. So the point here is, why is Bility a free man now when he still owes the same money? He hasn't paid the money. So Bility is afraid to travel because when the Interpol thing came up, Bility suppressed it. Because as long as Bility does the bidding of the government will protect Musa Bility. As long as Bility does what the government wants him to do, to cause chaos in the opposition, to undermine people, Bility will get what Bility wants from the government. That's it. It is as simple as that. But tell Bility to go to Ghana. He will never go to Ghana. Bility will never go to Ghana. The last time when we said Interpol had come to arrest him, he was there in Nimba showing us video. Oh, I'm here. It is a lie because he's protected by the regime. That's why Bility has not paid the $4.4 million he owes the country in road fund levies that he's pocketed for himself. He stole for himself. He collected the road fund money from the importers that put the product in their tank. Instead of transmitting the funds to the government, Bility decided to convert the funds to his personal use. That is theft. It is not misapplication of funds. He collected the funds from the people and he pocketed the funds. That is it. That is what Musa Bility did. Stole the money from the country. It is what Bility did. Now, but let's go back to Toga Gilway McIntosh. McIntosh has endorsed Alice Cummins. McIntosh is a brilliant old man, well-educated, well experienced. I spoke with a big brother yesterday who knows him well. He said to me, Gilway has a history of making bad political decisions. I believe this is one of them. But Gilway McIntosh is tainted goods. He has a stigma that will live with him until the day he dies. It was Gilway McIntosh as Minister of Foreign Affairs when that 30-something-year-old Danish journalist came to Liberia impersonating, well, that guy impersonating a diplomat, a journalist impersonating a businessman. And it was this guy, Toga McIntosh, as Minister of Foreign Affairs, who granted that guy a diplomatic passport and an honorary consul generalship to be posted in the Central African Republic. That Danish journalist then proceeded to make a whole documentary. In that documentary, he inserted or embedded a number of video footages that he collected from secret recordings that he did, one of which was he had lunch or dinner with Gilway at, what's the hotel name? RLJ. And in that particular lunch or dinner that they were having, Gilway was recorded unbeknownst to himself. And that Danish journalist bribed him, and it brought a scandal. It was a massive scandal on the country that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf had to let him go. This guy is the one trying to reinvent himself. Gilway McIntosh is tainted. He embarrassed the country. That young guy, the Danish guy, went and made a documentary called The Ambassador.
Yeah.
That documentary was filmed all across the world. That guy brought disgrace to Liberia internationally. His disgrace was not local. His disgrace was international. He gave that guy a diplomatic passport. You know, you all be blaming Besonga Finley for selling diplomatic passports and all that kind of stuff. It didn't start with Besonga Finley. In fact, the real embarrassment didn't even come from Besonga Finley. It came from Gawier McIntosh. Now, this is the guy. You know, we keep saying this. Politicians be telling us that they mean well, they want to change the country, they will be different, but they keep associating with bad people just to win power. I don't understand that, Walker. I pray to God that the day I have to run for office, you know, I'm not going to have to compromise myself just to try to win, because I think somebody would help me get some votes. So I'm going to get where McIntosh, even Gabriel has supported Joe Biden, I would say the same thing. What do you really think my agenda here is just to see somebody become president? You really think that the reason I sit on this platform is to help Joe Biden be president? That is the being of my existence, to help Joe Biden become president, and that's it for me? And that would be the greatest accomplishment in my life? Do you really think that? Do you think I'm that stupid and gullible to believe that just by helping Joe Biden become president, then all of Liberia's problems would be over, and the Liberia that I want to see would automatically come into existence? Do you really think I tie all my faith in the prospects and the potential that Liberia could have? I tie it to one man? You really think that? Something has got to be wrong with you. Then you don't know Henry Costa. You don't know me. Gabriel McIntosh is tainted. The whole country knows that. The whole world knows that. He sold our diplomatic passport to a journalist impersonating a businessman. Gabriel is paraded in that documentary. You know, I don't understand. You people keep asking me every time, and I will address this. Every time when I speak to something, some of you be asking me about Yuri. What about Yuri? What about Yuri? Am I Yuri's spokesman? Is my name Henry Yuri? Do I work for Benani Yuri? You have a problem with Yuri? Go ask Yuri. I don't work for Benani Yuri. I'm not Yuri's spokesman. I'm not Yuri's defender. I am not. Do I have a relationship with Mr. Yuri? Yes, I do. But am I his spokesman? Do you think because of all the things people have to say about Benani Yuri, what does that have to do with me? It has absolutely nothing to do with me. What you say about Yuri is what you say about Yuri. So if you have a problem with Costa, you deal with me. Has my father ever worked in the government of Liberia? Has my father did my father acquire millions of dollars on working in the government? Is there a report anywhere you've seen that indicates that? So don't be asking me about Benani Yuri. I am not Yuri's spokesman. I do not work for Benani Yuri. You understand? So those of you who raise that issue whenever I talk about bad people and corrupt people in the country, it's just stupid because it makes absolutely no sense. Benani Yuri and Henry Costa, we are two different people. You understand me? I know Mr. Yuri, we have a special relationship, but I am not Yuri's spokesman or Yuri's defender. Or whatever you think Yuri did, take it up with Yuri. What does it have to do with me? Whatever perceptions they have, you know, about Yuri, what they believe Yuri did, deal with Yuri.
Yeah, but Mr. Yuri came on the show here and he clarified things and make people understand.
There are people who will never believe. Mr. Yuri was just, when he came on the show and did that interview, there were lots of people who he enlightened. A lot of people changed their minds toward how Yuri acquired his wealth. A lot of people. But guess what? A lot of people also will never be convinced that Yuri did not steal millions of dollars. There's almost nothing Yuri can do about that. Nothing, absolutely nothing he can do about it. People will go to their grave believing that Yuri stole millions of dollars from the government, even though there's an audit report to show that that is not the case. Yuri was audited before, after he left the maritime. He was not audited by the government he worked in. He was audited by the government that succeeded the government that he worked in. Still, it will not matter to people. All they know, you stole millions. So that's it. There's nothing you can say to people. So if you believe you stole millions, that is your belief. That is your belief. But I'm not U.S. spokesman. You understand? And my name is not Yuri. I'm Henry Costa. Have I stolen from you before? Have I worked in government? Did my father steal from government? Did he work in government? No. So don't come to me with Ben Yuri. Oh yeah, what about Ben Yuri? For some people, they think that just by me being associated with Ben Yuri, therefore I'm Ben Yuri's defender, or whatever Ben Yuri is perceived to have done, I am supposed to be responsible too for that. Yeah, that's how sick some people are. What about Yuri? What does Yuri have to do with me? Nothing. He has absolutely nothing to do with me. Nothing. You understand? That's it. My pa ain't work for government. My mind work for government. Yuri is Yuri, I'm Costa. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to something else. So, any update from Christopher Civilly, Wakai?
Well, I listened to Martin last evening, and he said his condition is not improving yet. They believe that Christopher was kind of injected with something, so there haven't been much improvement in his health. So we just can say if it will be okay with him or it won't be okay with him. But we're still looking at things medically. The people will tell us if things will be found or not. But Martin said his condition isn't improving yet at all.
Yeah, but Wakai, injected with something. The same thing they did to Justina Taylor. I hope that's not what they did to Chris, because they did it to Justina. And as a matter of fact, Justina just started treatment here in the U.S. But the point here is, we know they inflicted a lot of bodily wounds, a lot of injuries were sustained, and some of these injuries might have been internal. So yeah. So I'm wondering, what about the internal? Have they done any new X-ray or something? To determine. I will try to speak with Martin, and I mean the soup guys. I'm not going to speak with Martin. Martin is not there himself. The soup guys are the ones directly in touch with Chris. I will try to speak with them and find out what the situation is, and to know how he's doing. But this is very concerning, very much concerning, because we don't even know whether he's speaking now. Do we know that, Black?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, we don't know whether he's able to talk, whether he's conscious. We don't know that. We don't know that. I think it was a great decision to take him out of the country, even though we don't know where he is. Even if we knew the country he was in, we wouldn't tell you. We would not tell you, because it's not advisable to do that. But Chris was really badly beaten. Yeah, they really badly beat him, and so we just need to keep him in our prayers. The fundraiser that Martin started is doing very well. People are contributing, and we're very glad to hear that. And I think the last time I checked, they had raised over $5,000. So that's really encouraging. Okay, we will wait to see how speedily these guys will be prosecuted. Yesterday I watched a little bit of a press conference that I watched a press conference from Soup, and Soup is planning to stage another protest on the 26th. Is it
August
Flag Day?
24. August 24.
Okay, on Flag Day. SOUP is
Mhm.
planning to stage a protest on Flag Day. And they said, honor the theme, fix the country. They're still demanding that we take action, that we step up and do his job. And
This time around, it's not only SOUP. A lot of other organizations are expressing interest in joining SOUP to conduct this particular protest, fix the country. So we hope to see a lot of people coming out and uh, support SOUP and other organizations that will be out there, because they started it in on the 26th. Things went wrong, so hope that things won't go wrong, because the people that did it out, they are already, according to the Liberian National Police, they are already behind bar, and the pressure that was mounted on the presidency by international partners, that's what got them to where they are. Because if level president, we are in the government, president, we weren't going to say anything about this particular issue. But his trip to America is so important to him. His government have been pressurized by the international community. The thing happened right in front the U.S. embassy, so he needed to take action.
good. Folks, we have something that we're going to discuss with you. We're going to break to you this morning, and I'll publish the document afterwards. This classifies as breaking news, but I'll give it to you now. We have a document in our possession, an actual document with signatures on it, a bold resolution from the National Port Authority, a bold resolution. Every 2 years, you're aware that the National Port Authority is supposed to dredge the port.
Mm-hmm.
The dredging of the port is to remove the silt or the sand, S-I-L-T, silt. The sand that sets up, that accumulates in the entrance channel. I think that's what they call it, the entrance channel. The entrance channel and the harbor basin of the free port. So that point where the vessels come in to dock at the port is called the entrance channel, or the harbor basin. So every 2 years, they're supposed to do that. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. I will read a document. I will give you the names of all the people who signed this document, and we'll publish the document. So every 2 years, 2020, we said that we got information that Bill Twawe and his people had misused, stolen the money that was set aside to do the dredging of the port. We also went further, Boga. We said that if the port was not dredged, we said what was going to happen. We said the large vessels were not going to be able to dock, to come in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because of that. Because of that, what happened? What happened was Liberia ran out of petroleum products. Other commodities were going low on them, and we had to go to Sierra Leone with trucks to bring petroleum products. It was a crisis in the country. When we broke the story, and you all may recall, 2020, that the port was going to not be accessible to large vessels. The NPA, Bill Twawe broke, they responded by saying I was lying, and I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. They said that's not true. The port was going to be dredged. Then the time came when reality kicked in, and large vessels could not dock. We had a problem. Then they came out and they said, well, we were supposed to dredge the port. Yes, we didn't dredge the port then, but we are working on dredging it now. The reason is because they stole the money meant to dredge the port, to remove the silt that accumulates in the entrance channel to allow large vessels to come in. They didn't do that. Folks, how many years has it been since 2020? 2. They are supposed to dredge the port again. Guess what? There's no money to dredge the port. The money
again?
Yes, there is no money to dredge the port. Again, there is no money to dredge the port. what have they resorted to this time? They have proceeded to borrow $6 million United States dollars from APM terminals.
Look at that. Look at that.
The company that manages the port, they have gone to APM terminals to say, give us $6 million as a loan so that we may dredge the port. I have the document right here. $6 million United States dollars. Well, I have the charge sheet. I have the police charge sheet. That's breaking news. Is it not?
It's a breaking news.
What did I say? I just said, let our police source send us information. Bam! One of my, in fact, my best police source just sent me the charge sheet for all of the guys. Poka Raba, Ben Topa, Furi Masakwe, Aaron Kofachi, all of them. The Henry Costa Show has the charge sheet.
Charge sheet. We are breaking the news. We are breaking it.
Breaking news. The charge sheet. But I was just about to break one news, then the other news. I'm about to break the other news. But let me finish breaking the news.
Let's conclude APM terminal.
Let me conclude for APM terminals, folks. Well, I just sent you the the NPA document. The government of Liberia, through the National Port Authority, have proceeded to borrow $6 million US dollars from APM terminals. The very APM terminals that keep jacking up their handling charges, they're making things difficult for importers. They proceeded to borrow $6 million from APM terminals to dredge the port. Why? Why should we be borrowing from the same company that is providing that's supposed to be managing the port? Why are we borrowing money from them to dredge the port? When the APM terminals, when every vessel that goes to Liberia pays a fee that goes to dredging, that money is supposed to go in an escrow account, and it is that money that accumulates over a period of time that they do the dredging with. Let me read the document for you, folks. I will publish the document. It's in color. It's not black and white. It's not photocopy. This is the original document. I have a photograph of this original document, and I will publish it for you all to see. Let me read it. Board resolution. The Board of Directors of the National Port Authority, NPA, at a special called meeting of the Board of Directors for the purpose of reviewing an agreement reached for a loan facility from APM Terminals Incorporated for the purpose of dredging the entrance channel and harbor basin of the Free Port of Monrovia, at which meeting a quorum of the Board of Directors was present and acted throughout, and unanimously adopted the following resolutions, which have not been amended or rescinded and remain in full and effect as the date hereof. Let me read further. 1. Resolved that the board agrees that the accumulation of silt, this is sand, they call it that, in the entrance channel to the Free Port of Monrovia and in its harbor basin now poses a critical threat to vessels. You see that? They are admitting it themselves in their board resolution that the sand that has accumulated over the period of time it poses a critical threat to vessels passing through the entrance channel and harbor basin to ensure continuing use of the Free Port of Monrovia. Number 2, resolve that pursuant to discussions held between the management of the NPA and the APM Terminals Incorporated, the parties have agreed that APM Terminals Incorporated will provide an interest-free loan of $6 million United States dollars to the National Port Authority in order to finance the dredging of the entrance channel and harbor basin of the Free Port of Monrovia. And that said agreement of the parties is hereby adopted and approved by the board. Number 3, resolve that the board hereby authorizes the management of NPA to negotiate a loan agreement with APM Terminals that would specify the conditions of the loan facility, including the payment terms, payment period, and method of selection of a contractor, provided that the contractor shall be agreed upon by the parties.
So,
number
Costa,
4.
Finish.
Hold on, let me finish reading the document. Number 4, resolve that the said loan agreement shall be submitted to the board for its approval prior to going into effect. Wow. Director of the Board of Directors, effective this 5th day of June 2022. This board resolution was adopted 2022, June 8th. Let's go to the signatures, okay? Who are the people who signed the document? The signature. Samuel D. Twe, member of the board, he did not sign. Honorable Sam Wulu, member of the board, Minister of Transport, he signed. Frank Musa Dean Jr., Minister of Justice, member of the board, he did not sign. Honorable Charles Badil, member of the board, signed. Honorable Buster P. Eunice, member of the board, did not sign. Honorable Priscilla C. Weir, member of the board, signed. Honorable Charlotte H. Davis, member of the board, signed. Honorable Zadie S. Gongawon, member of the board, signed. Honorable Emily A. Marsh-Askey, member of the board, signed. Honorable Mary Quita Johnson, member of the board, signed. Honorable Charles R. G. Bright, advisor to the board, signed. Honorable Bill Twawe, managing director, secretary to the board, signed. Fellow Liberians, there you have it. The board of the National Port Authority.
So, number 3, what they are trying to tell us, or I want you to make me to understand, is it that APM terminal will tell the National Port Authority on how they want this money to be paid back?
Yeah, well, no, they will negotiate the terms of repayment, the payment period. They will negotiate all of those things. But yes, we're borrowing money from APM terminals that's managing the port. It's not right, okay? Why are we borrowing the money? Because Bill Twawe has eaten the money again. That is why we're borrowing money.
Because previously we had this problem. So you're trying to tell me the management of the National Port Authority trying to tell us that they haven't been saving for this particular job to be done this time around. You have to go borrow money from somewhere. Where are all the monies that we're collecting for the port?
That's a good question, Boga. Where is all the money? I'm sure that question not for me, Boga.
No, it's not for you, Costa. It's for the management. And this particular thing, this particular agreement that we are taking an almost $6 million. We don't know where we take the money from, where we'll get a particular money from to pay. So APN terminal will just do anything to the citizens of Liberia at that particular port. They may come up and say we adding up tariff on importers. We're doing this 1 year, we're doing it 1 year to get that $6 million back. Anything can happen at any time.
Yeah. That's it, Boga. We are about to tell you the charges. The charges. We have the charge sheet. Okay. Boga, hold on there. I'm trying to post this thing.
Okay, so folks, we are here and Bleeming live on D15 98.1. We will take more calls today. Yeah, today it's gonna be an interactive program wherein you will form part of the discussion. Phone lines will be open shortly as soon we get you with giving you the information about the boys arrested, the charge sheet, whatsoever it is. You will be opening the phone line and you'll be part of the discussion. So keep listening. This is the biggest platform in Liberia. Nobody can doubt that. You can see people are celebrating that we are back on the radio. They made our voice, they fixed the Costa Show, everything, and we are back.
Okay, Boga, open the lines and start taking some calls. We will read all the charges soon, but let's open the lines.
Okay, 0770-102-102, 0886-010383, 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. That's +231 888-624171 for those in the diaspora. If you are here in Liberia, don't call me on that particular WhatsApp number. I will not take your call. It's exclusively for those in the diaspora. +231 888-624171. 0770-102-102, 0886-010383, 555-102-102. So keep your calls coming in. You'll be live.
I just posted those documents. Now, boy guy, we go to the charges.
Mm-hmm.
I have the charge sheet right here. Let me go to the charge sheet. August the 2nd, police charge sheet. And we'll publish it. Defendant, Abdul Rahman Bari. You remember the Abdul Rahman Bari guy? What guy?
Yeah, he's the student president there.
The guy from AMEU.
AMEU.
Abdul Rahman Bari. His age is 25 years. We go to Amadou Bari, is his father. This is his charge sheet. Let me see what they're charging him with. He's 5'4". Yeah, he's a short guy. 170 pounds. We'll go to the accomplices. Kendrick C. Pelina, Joshua Seka, Poka Rabba, 40 N. Masakwe, Ben Believe Tokba, and others to be identified. Criminal attempt to commit murder. Whoa! Bang! Let's clap some more.
Criminal attempt to commit murder.
Murder!
Damn it.
Bang! Don't begin that finish. Folks, listen to the charge. The number 1 charge. Jesus Christ. Criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, criminal mischief, theft of property, rioting, failure to disperse, and disorderly conduct. These are their charges. What? This is what we expected. This particular charge of criminal attempt to commit murder. Let's read again, Wakai. Let's read again. What are the charges? Let's name the individuals first. Abdul Rahman Bari, Amadou Bari, the parents, all that kind of thing. Then we go to the other people. Kendrick C. Pelina, Joshua Seka, Poka Rabba, 40 N. Masakwe, Ben Believe Tokba, and others to be identified. These are their charges. Attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, criminal mischief, theft of property, rioting, failure to disperse, and disorderly conduct.
Costa, you think they can be out of that hook?
No way. The evidence is too clear, okay? That's why they will not be able to escape. They are finished. The CDC people finished sacrificing the people children. They are finished.
Huh?
Conclusion. In view of the foregoing facts and circumstances, video footage. What is it?
Video footage.
Okay.
Footage.
In view of the foregoing facts and circumstances, video footage, photographs, coupled with eyewitnesses' accounts, this investigation has resolved to the defendant Abdul Rahman Bari and co-defendants Ben Believe Tokba, Kendrick C. Pelina, Joshua Seka, 40 N. Masakoi, Poka S. Robert, with the commission of the crimes, criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, criminal mischief, criminal conspiracy, theft, rioting, failure to disperse, and disorderly conduct in violations of Chapter 14, Section 14.20, Chapter 15, Subsection A, Section 15.5, Chapter 10.4, Chapter 15, Subsection D, Section 15.51, Section 17, Section 17.1, and Chapter 17, Section 17.3, while alleged co-defendants, David P. Sele, oh, these are the other people that are alleged, they're running away. Co-defendant, David P. Sele, wait, hold on, let me read their names. Co-defendant David P. Sele, Vasiki Sharif, alias Waterfall, he said Waterfall, they're not Waterfall like King Kong. Waterfall, Hassan T.H. Traoré, Gayazon Abba Davis, and others to be identified are charged likewise in absentia with the crimes. The commander in charge, this is the folks, this is the charge sheet, folks. Let's go to the phone lines. Okay? The Costa Show has broken the news. These are the charges. These are the charges, folks. This is serious. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's go to the phone lines.
0770102102086 010383055 102 the WhatsApp number is +231 888 6241. Yeah, now take this person. What? The charges only God can take them. Only God now. Let's take this person first. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome. Your name is Jonas from.
Thank you for the show. This is Jackson Kingba.
Yeah, Jackson, go ahead, make your point, brother. You gotta take a lot of callers.
Yeah.
Thank you for the show this morning. Costa, I don't think it is about sacrificing people's children. It is about the law. President Weah has to make sure that the law is upheld. He's on an oath. His government is on an oath. The Inspector General is on an oath to making sure that the law is instituted to the fully. We keep watching. I'm not still convinced here because Poker Robert just posted. He just posted a few minutes ago on his page the flyer of the President of the Republic of Liberia in terms of achievement, whatever. So we're watching. As I conclude, the issue regarding Musa Bility and other contestants, because I agree with you. And this is the time that we need to rise up to the occasion. We, the young people, this current generation, who must be able to stand to educate the younger generation going towards 2023. We already complaining that the legislature is rotten.
Okay.
It cannot
Okay.
afford to populate that place with more African people.
Okay.
And the country will not change.
Thank you so much. Now, like I said, we're taking a lot of calls today. 1 minute per caller. Just 1 minute. Even though you can take.
I just posted a charge sheet, boy. Take no call.
Let's take this person that your line isn't good. Let's take this person from overseas. Good morning. Your name is joining us from.
Good morning, Bwaka. This is Jerry Duby. I'm calling from Worcester, Mass.
Welcome.
Straight to the point. I'm encouraging our people in Liberia, more especially if you take your vote to be a couple rare, and mind you, you are fooling yourself. If you're taking your vote to be $20 or $5, you are fooling yourself. I hope they are listening to the Costa Show now and start thinking. Because mind you, next year, 2023, the mistake they're going to make, they're going to realize it in the left. They want it in now. It's not suffering. It's just a prelude to the suffering. They made mistake. If the government go for the second thing, I'm sorry, they're going to really realize a mistake. I want to go to our people in River. Say, if you guys will sit there and vote Bill 12, we are using child violence on your now. For me, I'm from that country. I tell you, if you listen to my voice, please start thinking now. Start thinking now. Thank you ever so much, you guys, for the show. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Let's take somebody from back home here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, I'm Lasana COB, so I'm calling from Cloudtown.
Welcome, Lasana. Take 1 minute quickly.
Yeah, you know, this is the reason why we're amazing leader for him to be on the show. Because when leader is on the show, there information, we not need to go and Google. We can send a right to our house and get everything there. So I just pray that leader is on. Because, you know, yesterday when leader came on the day he came on the today, I received more than 50 calls. People are calling me to install which are radio station. Leader is on. I tired showing radio station there. So I'm saying, praying to God that leader is on and we will get all the information that relates to the country.
Thank you so much. Let's come back to the States. Good morning, Peter. And we'll take 1 minute quickly. Good morning, Peter. Peter, I don't know what's happening to your line, but let's come back here and take this one. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
This is Augustine Bomegwe, the independent singer. I'm calling you from here at the junction.
Go ahead, you're live.
I want to say thank God for our show to be back on the radio. And I want to say thank you for the consistency in advocacy and advocating for true justice in Liberia. And this should serve as a lesson to many Liberians, many young Liberians, many of us who claim to be activists and who believe to support the government at the detriment of the Liberian people. Let them be charged, thank God they are charged, we'll send them to court, and they will face the full weight of the law.
Okay, thank you. Let's take Noah Zao Gibson. Noah, good morning. 1 minute.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Costa, our leader, and good morning to all our listening audience in Liberia and internationally. This is Noah Zao Gibson. Quickly, leader, I want to suggest something to you. I heard you say that the day you're running for president, you wouldn't accept people with bad behavior. Yeah, of course, bad behavior not need to be continued. But in politics, please take note that you need both the bad and the ugly to succeed. When you succeed now, you can know what to do.
I know, right?
Now, having said this, I think I agree with Dr. Paper. We're not going to be carried away by any mere touches here. This thing should not be used as means of diluting the wickedness you guys have done to dilute the fight that we want to continue to pressure around this government to ensure that the U.S. government does not allow the invitation to wake up for December. So as I conclude, we now accept it until we see action. So, leader, thank you so much today. And I think I can assure you that we will fight and ensure that justice in this country is redeemed 2023. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noah. Let's take this other person. Good morning.
Yeah, how are you, Baka?
I'm okay. Your name is Johnny Osborne.
I'm Vanny calling from Waterson.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for the show. I'm not too happy that Costa had to be on the Bush Radio FM. We need our equipment. We need our FMs back. Let the government give our equipment. Costa have done nothing. Saying justice is belong to everyone. Let them support our justice and get all our equipment. We need our equipment back and our FMs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. But let us be here up until we can get that other one. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Baka, Tamara. Good morning, Costa. Good morning, the Liberia people.
Okay, go ahead, Pangomo.
Yeah, Baka, Costa, look, the charges level against those guys is supposed to be prosecuted and hang them on the foot. But let me show you, I've been telling you, the inspector, the rebel crew was finishing our form. The rebel. They got more in the salary here, in the training camp. And you can call about succeed training. They have people so they can protect the politicians. Also, if they ain't not so, I foresee war coming, citizens bringing war to Liberia. Let's look at the Facebook post. They are training a lot of people. Canada attack anybody and the black people. It will not smart. Then the hungry killing all. The citizens dying for hunger. The people living in bad, basic condition. When he let those guys, if he would never get in care, he would let them fall in the blood. You want all. People will be dying for the 4 hours. And to deny, we are not to go in America.
Okay.
I'm appealing to the American citizen, American government. You should not allow Moderna to go. To say that Amado go different people.
Thank you so much, Paco.
Yep. Let's take a lot. We have a lot of callers. Let's take them. We're live on D15 98.1. Spread the word. Tell people are excited that we're back on radio. Let's take more calls.
Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Domestic terrorists have been charged with.
This is deep, man. We want to say good morning to our leader, Henry Pedro Costa.
Welcome.
Look, that ATMG, Liberian people, you're opening your eyes. It's another way that the ATM terminal going to have prices over there. Like you that in the streets when you bring your container here, and other people that bring the goods, the people going to have the prices whenever the price $6 million to be travel and the less of the other people that they will see our money. And for the charges that on the guys, we make sure that the charges should be a book of charges. The people will go behind the scene and trap the charges. The international community is watching, and the government is forced to prosecute the guys. Once again, this is DJ Lumet. Thank you for the show.
DJ Lumet, thank you.
Thank you, DJ Lumet. Thank you very much. Let's take more calls. The domestic terrorist who brutally attacked Christopher Sevely and others have been charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, rioting, failure to disperse, and a whole number of other charges. All of them, including those that have not been arrested yet.
Make sure that the charges should be a book of charges.
Go ahead. Hello, Sekatibo.
Hello. Yeah, Biggie.
Welcome.
Thank you, my dear brother. Hero. Good morning there all the way in the US.
Morning, my brother.
I am the religious advisor to the Costa Show, and I called from Barnesville. You know, Costa, I said this years ago that the reason your name has been changed today is because of your consistency. That's why some people refer to you as leader. Some of us refer to you as hero, because the interpretation of hero is a man who delivers the proof on the hands of wicked leaders and mayhem. Now, having said that, my hero, when the so-called charges that come out from the angle of the police, do I trust it? I will clearly tell you that no. Why am I saying no? Because are we in a prison? Let me say this to you. These guys could use it to cajole us, and it's not going to weaken us. Let me be frank with you. So thank you for your show.
Thank you.
Thank you. You see, my brother, you made a good point, but we will follow this thing very closely. Brother, is that not what we're all doing?
Yeah, we're doing that.
Didn't we just get a charge sheet? I mean, we didn't know. This morning, we're all saying, what's the charge sheet, right? And we got it. What did I say? I just made one announcement, I just made one request to our police sources. Please send us the charge sheet. There they are. We have them. We have the charge sheet. Let's take some more calls there.
Let's take this question on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to Costa, and good morning to peace-loving people of Mama Liberia. My name is Aliyu Masaran Keita. I'm calling from Peaceville City. And thank you for your information this morning. And we are happy for our leader to come back on the show. And we are happy. Well, my question here is that, because they say that in the Constitution, president can drop charges. And that kind of charges, the president of Liberia, President Weah, can drop these charges. They say that, the charge was raised on these people. We can drop it, like what they did to the senator that we in Lofa, Brandon Samuka. It seems he can happy to those guys too. That's my question. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Like
I said, anything they do about this thing, the international community is watching them. The Americans and the Europeans have called for action to be taken on this situation. They're not going to let up. Folks, I just received intelligence from one of my sources that it is not only 6 million the guys are borrowing from APN terminals to dredge the port. That Bill Tower and them are also borrowing another $8 million from China Union for the same port. So that's 6 plus 8, that's 14 million United States dollars the guys are borrowing.
Wow.
Then the future government will have to pay the money. Can you imagine? The money they're borrowing to steal today, we will have to pay that money when we come to power. Imagine that, Buckeye. Go back to the lines. We're waiting for that other document.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
They're borrowing another $8 million from
Oh,
China.
hello. Yeah, my name is Double Collie. Call you down from Australia.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm very encouraged by the news, by the news given by Henry Costa. You know, it's good that they have arrested those boys and they've been charged. And as Costa also said, one of the callers said that hopefully there'll be to court to go through that, and it shouldn't just be one of those cases where the government will just bring out those charges and do nothing about it, because it will be a good precedent and it will be a good thing for Josh Wheel as well. If those people are charged and sent to court and maybe sent to jail as well.
Okay.
So I just want to say thank you so much for the show.
Thank you so much. Now take this other person. Okay, we just mess up on our call. The phone lines are open 0770-102-102. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Hello?
your name where joining us from?
Yeah, thank you. My name is Tikas Mato, and I called you from Chocolate City this morning.
Welcome.
Let me say how's out to Petro Costa. You know, the issue of the guys who attacked the UL student, I think they are putting our family into problem, because these guys, if you check out, most of these guys' parents are struggling. Most of these guys' parents are selling in real market just to earn living and supporting them in school. Can you imagine the charges the police have released on them? They can move on in it. They will be prosecuted, and then justice will be prevailed. You see? So I just so embarrassed. What become of their parents?
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in and making your contribution. That's left with them and their parents. We can't say anything.
You have a point. I feel bad for their parents. I do.
Yeah. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Barker. This is Alfred Fowler calling you from Columbus, Ohio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio. Welcome.
Okay, I just want to say good morning to you. Good morning to Pedro Henry Costa, and then good morning to the Liberian people listening to me this morning. I think we all have heard concerning the dredging of the port.
Dredging.
And this is a clear indicator, as you said it, Barker. This is a clear indicator that tariffs are about to increase. I tell you, my brother, just in June, I sent a container to Liberia that I had to clear from the port for $13,000. I sent a container, just used things, just this used stuff that I will be sending out of here. I sent a container that I had to clear from the port, $13,000. And I promised myself that never for me to send container to Liberia until this government can go.
Okay.
Never.
Okay, thank you so much. Now take this other person here. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Lower the volume of your radio.
Lower the receiver, please. Okay. Thank you.
Take another caller.
Now take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Baga. Good morning, Leader Henry Pedro Costa. This is Yusuf A.M. Salif. I'm calling from my usual corner. Quickly to the issues of the police statement recently concerning those boys that were involved in the violent act in our country. We are calling on all of our people that the police action is a bluff. We know that at the end of the day, nothing good will come out of that matter. But we pray that our comrade recovers speedily from his injury.
Thank you so much. Now take James Ratto, Bibera James Ratto. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, good morning. My name is James Ratto. I'm calling from Iowa, Des Moines. Quickly, those charges that Costa read, I'm telling you, Buaka, they are serious charges. But here's my take. Okay, those boys that did those things, that carry on their thought, I believe they didn't just get up to do it by themselves. I know there are some bigger hands that are behind it because they want to satisfy the government. So I don't think it's fair enough for them to just go on the low level to charge people the Costa, and there's a bigger hands. So, but one thing is one thing to actually charge them, and then to implement is another thing. So be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, so shall he reap. We are looking forward to see what will happen next. But
Yeah, Bibera James, the plenary case have reached, even the Jefferson Koji can't say anything about it because he's afraid of the international community. So if only he just go about saying something or taking those guys, the children off the hook because he have authority, it will go against him. So now he have to put everything down and play along with what the international community or other people have requested, that there should be a speedy investigation and the perpetrators being brought to book. That's what's happening right now. So Latina Koji on whatsoever, nothing can happen again, my brother. Let's take this person from line 1. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, listen to me through your phone. Stop listening to the receiver.
I didn't know you.
Go ahead. You are live on the radio.
Yeah, my name is Joshua B. I'm calling from Clarendon this morning.
Go ahead, Joshua.
Yeah, to partake on the show this morning, I just want to say thank you to Costa for coming back on the air.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, we hear you. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Keep listening. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we'll hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Nobody's saying you shouldn't dress the port. The point we are making is that they should not be borrowing money to dress the port, because the port collects money from every vessel that comes in to dock at the port. You have to pay a fee. Every vessel, every time that vessel comes, you have to pay a fee. That money is supposed to accumulate over a period of time so that they dress the port every 2 years. But they stole the money. They ate the money. Now they are borrowing money. $6 million on APM terminals. APM terminals is already ruthless. They jack up the fees, the handling charges. It makes it more difficult and more expensive for people to use the port. And now you're borrowing money from them. What do you think they're going to do? They're giving you interest-free loan, a loan without interest. You know who's going to pay the interest? The interest will be paid by port users. The interest will be paid by the Liberian people. You should not borrow from the port, from APM terminals to dress the port. It's like, boy, you have a tenant that lives in your house. A tenant that lives in your house as your tenant. You are the landlord. Yeah? When the tenant pays the rent, you're supposed to use the rent to maintain the house. But what do, boy guy? You do not maintain the house with the money the tenant pays you. You eat the money, or you misapply the money. Then when the time comes to work on the house, you go to the tenant and ask the tenant to borrow you money. You see that? You ask the tenant to borrow you money because you ate the money that was collected, some of which was supposed to be set aside exclusively to do maintenance on the property. You eat the money, and now you have to go borrow money. That is what they are doing. So $6 million they have borrowed from APM terminals, and they've gone to China Union for another 10 million. I made a mistake. I said 8. No, it's actually 10 million. And I'm waiting for the documents. 10 million United States dollars they're borrowing from China Union. Now, somebody asked the question. I spoke with people who have knowledge of what dredging costs at the port. I asked them, how much does it cost? How much have they been paying to dredge the port? $5-6 million. Between 4 to 6 million, Baka. That is what they pay every 2 years to dredge the port. So I asked the person, but then why are they borrowing? Okay, so they borrowed 6 million. Why are they borrowing another 10 million? Okay? Why are they borrowing another $10 million from China Union? They don't need that $10 million to dredge the port from China Union. They're borrowing that money to use it for something else. They borrow in the name of using it for the port, but they're going to use it for something else. They need $6 million to dredge the port, between $4 to $6 million. Okay, you've borrowed that from APM terminals, but why are you going to China Union to borrow another $10 million for the exact same purpose of dredging the port? Because they're borrowing it so they can steal it. That's what they're doing. They don't need $16 million to dredge the port. Poor guy, $16 million United States dollars is a hell of a whole lot of money. But they're borrowing it to steal it. And then the future government will have to pay that money back. Can you imagine that? When I get that, I told Senator Dillon, when I get that document, I'm going to give it to them. They have to cite those people to show cause why they need $16 million to dredge the boat. Let's go to the phone lines.
All right. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, BK, thank you so much. Henry Costa, this is your brother, Ross for NPA for CEO. I'm calling for the Rubberfield Highway. Costa,
Hey,
remember
brother,
that
long time.
the police chief, Levin Sacco, was flogged by sedition and nothing came out of it. So we are not too sure that the charges level against those guys will be upheld. However, if it goes through, then it's a new beginning for us in our country. Thank you so much, Henry Costa.
Yeah, you know the problem about this case. Let me just say this, Costa. We know that the police came out with a statement that they have arrested 6 individuals with their names and ages. So now those 6 individuals are in police custody. That's what we know. And their right is that 48 hours they should be charged and sent to court, either today or probably tomorrow. If that is done and they are held liable for whatsoever they did, they should be sent directly to the Moreover, that is South Beach. So anything out of that, the Liberian government or the Liberian National Police, the folks there at the South Beach should get ready for us on this particular platform, because we'll follow this case from here till 2. So we're not leaving anything unturned up until we can see the conclusion of this particular case. So let's go back to the phone line and take Martina Konate. Martina, you try calling, please call back. Let's take this person before we take Martina. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you're not calling from.
This is Michael Tidafuyi from District 4.
Welcome.
Yeah, here for the platform this morning. Let me say thank you to Mr. Henry Pedro. Thank you for the show. I've been meeting here. You know the issue about those guys. So I really asked myself this morning. I don't know where they spoke. Mr. Tato took the charging from, because he said the other day there was nobody complained, no complaining, and how they would send people to court. Even yesterday, I'm monitoring our Twitter show. How they would send the people to court. There to the charge sheet, the government will lose the case. Okay. So this one too, I really hope that they will get their support funds to follow the case to the court, and they will want to do everything.
Thank you so much.
Let me say something, Boga.
Good morning, Boga. Good morning to leader. Good morning to our many listeners. Martina Konate, Costa Princess calling from Morovia, Liberia. Going to the issue, Boga, our charge, we satisfied with it, but we hope you guys may be forwarded to court and charge them. This is why we said that we are not celebrating Independence Day, because we are not independent.
Martina? Oh, we just, because you are saying something, Martina, we just lost it. I don't know what happened.
The point that caller raised, the caller before Martina, very valid. The police had said nobody had gone forward or come forward to complain. The police had also said, basically, they were implying that they didn't have proof of anything. But in the charge sheet, Boakai, the police said they have video footage, photographs, eyewitness accounts.
Yeah.
I say they got too much evidence. According to their own charge sheet, they got all the evidence they need. So the police, they're saying, so when did they come into possession? When did they come into possession of these pieces of evidence? Okay? The police also proceeded to say that after a review of the circumstances of the facts and blah 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 blah, the foregoing facts, that they are convinced that their case is airtight, that they have a solid case, and the pieces of evidence they have gathered and analyzed will result into convictions. So, so the police had all this evidence and they pretended to not have them. Of course, that's what they did. They knew it. Yeah. They just ignored it until the international community said, do something. That is when they stepped up. That's what they did, Boga. Let's go back to the lines. We got 10 more minutes to go. Let's take some more calls there.
All right. have this person. Good morning. Hello. Okay, let's take this person from this line. Sorry, I'm trying to put you through. Rebecca Koffa. Good morning, man. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Rebecca Kova. I'm calling you from Kentucky. And I'm just so happy this morning that those guys have been charged. The government have to start from somewhere. And this is what we've been anticipating. We will fight until the last that these guys will have to go to jail because what they did is nothing that anybody can say, maybe they did it, they never did it. There are video footage. People seeing the cruel minded people. These young guys are very, very wicked. So it will fight to the last that they go to the central prison.
Thank you so much. Let's take Martina quickly. Martina, just conclude quickly. We have a long line. Martina, go ahead. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Martina, conclude quickly. We have a long line.
Yeah, but let me conclude the network makes giving us more real, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we told you guys that we shouldn't celebrate Independence Day. Because if these guys were independent or non-score, to all him will be the deposit coach instructor them to go endanger their own life. If they were independent, what happened to them die was never going to happen. That's why we say we are not celebrating Independence Day because we are not independent. We still depending on people to survive. And they keep to counter protest. And I see people coming here, you got citizens never went tired before. God, no more see any potential can point tire in the street. Even in the great America, people block the road, they point tires. There are nothing there. But to attempt killing somebody, that's where the problem came from.
Thank you so much, Martina. Let's take this other person on the line. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
I'm okay. Your name is joining us from?
I'm having big time calling from Broadway.
Go ahead, Avi.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to the international community because I believe the reason for which the police put up those charges on those guys, it is because of the press statement that was issued by the international community. Because the international community, they are following closely this matter. And we ourselves on ground, we are following it.
Okay, thank you so much, Avin. That'll take somebody from the States. That's Peter. Peter, good morning. Welcome. I'm not getting you through, Peter. Sorry, Peter. I'm trying to get you through. Hello? I don't know what's happening to your line this morning, Peter. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're not joining us from.
Because of the stress,
Tell them to lower the volume of the receiver.
When you call, you lower the receiver in the background, then you will get me clearer on your phone. That's the thing. Let's take Peter. Good morning. Welcome. You're live.
Yeah. Good morning, Braga. Good morning, Henry. I just want to thank you for the show. For the last time, just so you know, I know Henry know that I was an ex-police officer, and the last time I ever the police force was chief. Also, you know, not hearing the charges and placed on those hooligans. And there was a scene they explained in the video. I don't know what the police waiting for. Officer present. There was an officer on the scene. It's present alone. And the for verbal command. He was to play his role. I have amazing rate. If not, then if not do it, they have to go through that video. That's supposed to do what you're doing that.
Okay, thank you so much, Peter. Let's take another person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Morning, boy. Yeah, good morning, boy. You know, okay, probably we as Liberian, we have problem. When it's that need to be happening in the country, at least need to get.
I don't know what's happening to your line, my brother, but let's come back home and take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, your name is joining us from.
I'm James Blofeld Wablo, calling from the Old Road.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I've been following the show. And these things that have been going on is a jingle bell in Liberia. I witnessed one time when I was in Dubai when a guy, I think he parked in front of Jefferson Kochi fence and he instructed people to beat him. That happened in Zweju again in my own county, Breast County, when Yeke Koruba went there. Some citizens instructed some boys to bust his car and throw stone at him. None of the government officials come up to prosecute these guys. This is a serious disaster. We young people, we went to the diaspora, we stay and we came back home to contribute to our country. But we see things going on and we can't understand. When you say anything about the government that is going wrong, people try to haunt you. So I think there should be a serious precedent that the government set or the international community step on if they can put sanction on Liberia for these disasters are going on. They should do it.
Thank you so much. Let's take somebody from this line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Barca. Good morning, Karen.
Yeah, we're not accepting noise in the background. We're not accepting noise in the background, my brother. We're not accepting noise in the background.
We'll just take a few more calls and then we'll go.
Yeah, let's take this person. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Hello.
Hello, your name?
My name is also Ibrahim Kawa, and I call you from Montreal County, 15.
Okay, go ahead.
I will further express my thanks and appreciation to you guys, Blackers. But to be honest, even though the police are being reactive rather than being proactive, but we appreciate them for the charges that we are doing those guys. And we are following the criminal justice system. That's just one of the components of the criminal justice system that we exercise. And then we're watching the court proceeding as well. From there, we
will be under pressure, boy.
So after that done, there's a public case, and we will follow it. And to play with it, automatically will come with no protest to assure that this guy be prosecuted and go to the punishment of the action.
Okay, thank you so much. We take one or two more.
Let me tell you something. The judge before whom these guys will be prosecuted will be under tremendous pressure.
Yeah, Costa, I just sent you a photo. The guys are on their way to court already.
They're on their way to court.
I just sent you the photo there. Yep.
Yep. And they are in handcuffs.
They are in handcuffs, yep.
I'm gonna post the picture right now. Take some more calls. Beautiful.
Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kamal, and good morning to my political leader, Mr. Pedro Costa. Memorial Critical Johnson. Look, quickly, let me just say this as a caveat. All of the cases that have been involved in government with the talks. You can retrospect to Yaga Korba, when you're having a program for the children. No, Corona Kratoba, no, Darazero, no, they should tell you, no, whatever. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We take two more calls. Then we call it a day on today's edition of the Costa Morning Show. Boaka Kamara is my name. Here Pedro Costa there in the United States of America. It's been a fascinating discussion, and people from all walks of life are forming part of it. Like we said,
I just posted a photo.
Yeah,
now. The domestic charges, the domestic terrorists are being escorted to court after being charged with serious crimes, including attempt to commit murder.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, okay. Good morning, Henry. I was just calling to say,
Stanley. I don't know what happened to your line, Stanley, but I need to take somebody from back home here. Good morning.
Good morning, Baba. Good morning, our leader. This is James Aki calling from District 17.
Welcome, James.
Well, I listened to our leader giving us the information, the charge, but that is not welcoming because the people there, nothing will happen.
Wait now, listen now. There's pressure here. Listen, Waka. And we need to tell our people. We can't give up yet until we got to follow the process, right, Waka? We can't give up yet.
That's it.
We got to follow the process. And we demanded that we want to see serious charges. And we see serious charges, black guy. Look, I keep telling you, Jawia is not doing this thing because of us. He's doing it because of the international community. The Americans told Jawia very clearly. The Europeans told Jawia very clearly, you must take action. That's why you see them taking action. So, those boys, when I say those boys have been sacrificed, some of you don't understand it. Yeah? So, yeah, some of you don't understand it. What I meant to say is that they use them and they dump them.
Yeah.
And Joey doesn't care about the boys. Koji doesn't care about the boys. They use them. Now that the international, they had intended to protect the boys. That's why for a whole week, they protected them. For a whole week, they protected them. But when the Americans went and told WIA, and the Europeans went and told WIA, we want action taking, WIA had no choice. Okay? WIA didn't do this because of us, because we have been talking from day one. WIA did not act. He ignored us until the Americans went and told him. That's when he got serious. So who told you that WIA gives a damn about what we say or how we feel? He does not. He only acted because the Americans told him we will not stand for it. You saw the joint statement from the Americans and the Europeans. You saw the statement from the UN, joint statement from all of them. They told him you must take action. And because he's concerned that he's coming to America for this democracy summit, so he does not want to get uninvited. That's why he did it. He did not do it because of us. I keep telling you. So that is why I believe that this time action will be taken, because WIA wants to appease the Americans and the Europeans.
Yeah.
WIA is not a leader. A leader does not wait for a foreign country or foreign friend to tell him what to do, especially when you know what needs to be done.
Absolutely.
He's a leader who needed to tell WIA that these boys should have been speedily arrested, investigated, and prosecuted, especially with the preponderance of evidence available to establish culpability. But Mr. WIA did not care and does not care. But the Americans had to get involved. So that's why I'm telling you, I know we don't trust the system. We all don't trust the system. I don't trust the system any less or any more than you do. We are on the same page. I don't trust the system. I don't trust the government as equally as you do. But this case is an exception.
Costa, you know,
because the international community has vested interest. That is why WIA will act. Because Mr. WIA does not want to run the risk of getting uninvited to that useless talk shop of a democracy summit. He wants to come to America. So believe you me when I say something will come out of this one. Not because you and I have complained and you and I have demanded action. No, it is because the Americans and the Europeans have spoken. Not only did they speak to him in private, they also communicated that in public through a joint statement, which is very strongly worded and very unequivocal. They've demanded justice be taken. They've demanded swift prosecution, and that is exactly what we will have. You see the charges? They knew they couldn't come around with silly charges. That would not have appeased or allayed or quelled the concerns of the international community. They knew they had to come with serious charges based on the gravity of the gravity of the injuries, the gravity of the situation. That is why they included the most serious charge of attempt to commit murder. Because they knew they're not doing this because they're trying to appease us. They couldn't have just settled for aggravated assault and rioting. They had to do it because of that. The international community. Your government does not care how you feel, how you think. They don't care about you. They don't even care about those who voted for them. They only care about how they look to the international community. They don't listen. These people do not listen. They don't care. You give Mr. WIA advice, he does not listen. They think that he thinks he's some king. He's a monarch. You're not a monarch. You were elected president. You were not even elected overwhelmingly. The first round of the election, you picked up 38% of the votes, when 50% plus 1 is required to win outright. What does that tell you? You are not as popular as you think you are. You're not as popular as you think you are. Yet you rule as though you are as popular as you think you are. You are delusional. That is your problem. And you're sitting there thinking that you're going to win an election again because you think you're doing great. Even though everybody tells you they are suffering, you have debased the people, brought the Liberian people to a level they have not experienced since the end of the war. The kind of untold hardship that is brought on the Liberian people because of the incompetence, the cataclysmic incompetence of this government, the insensitivity, the recklessness of your actions. And you behave as though all is well. But elections are coming. You've lost places that you controlled before for so many years. Yet you did not wake up. We staged the largest protest in the history of the country. You did not wake up. What's going to wake Mr. Weah up? Absolutely nothing will wake him up until we beat him in 2023 and kick his behind out of office. The man doesn't care. Every day he makes new songs. What kind of president is that? Huh? He's making new songs. He's a pastor. Somebody said to me the other day, the only thing that's left for Mr. Weah to do now is to do a comedy skit. That's it. He's going to be a comedian. But by his actions, he's a comedian. He entertains. Knowingly or unknowingly, he's a comedian. That's what he is. He's not a serious guy. How can you be this unserious? You are so blessed. I've never seen a man so blessed, yet he abuses it. Huh? How many human beings on this earth have attained the highest peak in 2 careers? In football, you became world best, the highest feat in football, the most popular sport, perhaps the most beautiful sport in the world. In politics, by happenstance, by hook and crook, through Ellen's instrumentality, you landed the presidency. It is extraordinary. Again, the highest feat in politics to get elected president of your country. Huh? What kind of man is that? You're so blessed. You're so blessed. You became the world best in football, the highest peak, the pinnacle, the zenith in the football world. Then you entered politics. In under 15 years, you became president, regardless of how you landed the presidency, but you did become president, which is important. Yet you behave as though you're not even cognizant of just how remarkably blessed you are. And now you think yourself what? A monarch? You think you're king? You're not king, George Weah. You may have been king on the football pitch, but you're a terrible leader. You do not listen to your people. You're so stubborn. You're taking this boy, this foolish, reckless boy, and trying to make him boss of the airport because you want a poodle you can control at the airport. Huh? What confidence do you instill in the people? The Americans went to the airport with the Europeans. Do you remember that program, Bogai? And they said, what is happening here? They paid a site visit at the airport.
Yeah, and the government came up and said within 6 months time we'll get things working.
Thank you.
What
you
lied
to the Americans and the Europeans who use the exact same airport as we do, that you would fix the airport. And part of your plan to fix the airport, you would hire a competent individual to run the airport. And this is an individual that's competent. You go and you announce a bloated and inflated a credential, fake credentials you announce for this guy. How he's a manager at Boeing, he's an engineer, aircraft engineer, specialized in avionics and aircraft maintenance. What ridiculous nonsense. And you have the audacity and the unmitigated gall to submit this joker's name to the Senate, seeking his confirmation? What kind of man are you? And you don't understand why some of us don't take you seriously? You're so blessed, but you are your own worst enemy, George Weah. You have this sense of entitlement. You think the country owes you because you played football and raised the flag? What is wrong with you?
And
absolute nonsense.
Let me just say this to the judge that the case will be going in from. We are starting from tomorrow, we'll be on your back. And after that, Eddie Tuawale, you there at the South Beach. Thank God we have the place that we have our most important source is South Beach, the NF sector of Liberia. When it comes to South Beach, the information we can get from there is too much than any other place. So if you think those guys will be taken to court after that charge and sent to South Beach, and then your people then go there and tell you say or release them, my brother Eddie Tuawale, let me tell you this: our eyes are on you. Right after the court, our bazooka will be turned over to you. Now tomorrow we turn it over. We turning it to the court. Right after the court, we turning it directly to the South Beach. Like I said, we will follow the case from the start to the end, up until we see it to a logical conclusion. So if you think that we will just talk about it today, tomorrow, and then let it go, you lie. Eddie
I want to say something to you. Especially those of you the young men and women who support us, who we have promoted and we have elevated because of your proximity to us. Those of you who intend to betray us to join the powers that be because of small money, look at your friends. Look at Poga Rama today, how he has destroyed his life. Look at Kendrick Peleda. Look at Ben Tupa, Joshua Carr, Kofa Tie. Look at them.
For the massacre.
I elevated those boys. I promoted them, connected them with good people who were helping them. We were grooming them to become leaders of the future. And they chose small money, instant gratification. Not that we were not helping them financially, but they sold their souls. Look at what has happened to them. Poker was calling me names. They were insulting me left and right after I had helped lift them up. I had opened doors for them. And they betrayed me, and it hurt me so badly. But my God never sleeps. Look at their lives today. If you didn't believe in karma, see for yourselves. If you didn't believe that sometimes God is impatient, God acts impatiently. He doesn't wait for long. Look at what has happened to these boys. My God is beating them. The likes of Poker Robert putting his mouth on me and saying all kinds of nonsense. You see what has happened to him? To those of you who are with us today, who we have helped, who we have elevated, who we have promoted, who we have supported. You leave us today and you go join those people. That is what happens to you. They will sacrifice you at a moment's notice with no hesitation because you are not one of them. If you no longer want to be a Henry Costa supporter after having benefited from my largesse, from my grooming, from my exposure, just keep quiet. But when you join the enemies of Henry Costa to try to destroy Henry Costa, that is what Henry Costa's God does to you. And God may not wait for long to do that to you. He may do it to you right now. See what the boys have become. The government will use them, will sacrifice them, Boakai. That's why I use the word sacrifice, because they don't care about them. That is what my God does. I'm not happy for what is happening to you. Boakai, you think we're happy? Are you happy, Boakai?
No.
Well, we're not happy. We're not celebrating. We want justice, but we're not happy that you've destroyed yourselves. But this one, they say the Pele people have a parable. And I will never forget this parable. The parable goes like this. They say, Bo, let me see my brother. My brother is here. My Pele brother is here. Let him interpret that parable for us or translate it. In Pele, yes, what it means. Oh, person, are you smelling your friend's head burning on the fire? It means you will be next. Bo, they say when the dry leaf is falling, it's a warning to the what? To the fresh leaf that your time will come to, you too will fall. To those of you with us now, who we have helped directly and indirectly, and you betray us and you go join the enemy, that will be your reward. You see that poker over there with your ugly boy ratting tea and more. He sit down there on Facebook. He be calling me this. The words that he learned from me that he does not even quite understand what they mean. He will be using them on me, calling me dim-witted. That son of my swan calling me dim-witted. Oh, brilliant human being like me. Eh? Sophisticated mind like me. That bugger there with a terrible education, the miseducated individual, poorly educated, miseducated, misguided, nincompoop, calling me dim-witted. Words that he hears me use, and now he thinks he can use them on me. When the very house he's staying in, one of my supporters paid the rent for. Yeah, in there now. His house will now be a small cell, 6x4 cell. Now a new house. Son of my swan. My man, son that God can put a thing in. Son that God, son that bugger. God can ask slow sometimes. But sometimes the old man can say no. They want here. We gotta accelerate them one. We gotta expedite.
Somebody say like a birthday gift.
Yeah. I turned 40 years old this weekend. On Saturday, I'm 40 years old. And look at what God has done. Oh, and greater things God is about to do. One of which is to just destroy my enemies right before my eyes. Huh. Oh, yeah. What's the 23rd Psalm, man? Oh, my man, the 23rd Psalm. The 23rd Psalm. That is right there. That is right there, okay? That is the 23rd Psalm right there. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my hair with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. God is good.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Thank you so much, folks. Yes, they want a 5G justice from the old man. 5G justice. As my birthday gift, he humbled and destroyed my enemies. Well, this is how we bring this to a close. You all have a wonderful day. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Man to man.